As much as I appreciate views, I'm not into ruining the viewing experience for anybody. So if you've not seen Joker yet, do not watch this, bro. Get away. Watch my spoiler-free review because I'm gonna go over everything. I'm gonna be going over more spoilers than Arnold Schwarzenegger did freaking puns. So like, yeah. And listen guys, I really am going over the entire freaking movie here. And I'm pretty pissed because you don't have to like this movie, dude, but Academy voters they're dismissing it before they even see it. Then don't vote. Like, you shouldn't be voting for movies then in the Academy. This is why the Oscars suck. In this video, I'm gonna go over the Joker, the layers, the symbolism, the theories, freaking everything, man. And I definitely got a lot of my second viewing, which by the way, the first time I saw this movie, it was not an easy watch. It makes you feel uncomfortable, which, good job, movie. But the second watch, dude, that thing went by like an hour and it was much easier to see. And this is really like an art house movie, man. This is gonna be like talked about in film schools. They're gonna be showing this stuff. It's a cautionary tale. And I think it's important nowadays to see something like this. This reminds me of like those uncomfortable movies back in the day that came out that critics were kind of rough with. Yeah, they're all classics now, just saying. And this movie does start like a 70s classic. The Warner Brothers logo coming out and it's like the retro logo. That was cool, dude. I like when studios do that stuff. Now this movie does take its time, especially in the beginning. You're basically getting a day in the life with Arthur Fleck, played by Joaquin Phoenix. And right from the get-go, you could see it in his eyes and the freaking first shot pretty much. Dude, this guy's got some pain. He's got some like torture going on inside. He's not right from the beginning. It's not like he's like a perfect guy that turns to the Joker. No, he's not. He's already not doing too well. And it hurts him trying to fit into society, trying to just like be part of it. Really cool part where he's holding a sign up in the beginning as a clown. It says everything must go because of sale. Really cool foreshadowing here, man. Freaking brilliant movie. Kids beat him up, social worker doesn't care, his boss is a prick. He's even asking for help, saying the medication's not working, and social worker's like, oh, I don't care. And this guy really is trying to be a good person. He's trying to fit in, dude. He's like fighting off the crazy, but with no support. Can we talk about that uncomfortable laugh condition? I don't think it's just some random thing that comes out. I think it's more of like a stress tick. Whenever he's stressed out, it comes out. But I do like that the laugh is like a curse. It's something he has to carry with him that just makes it more awkward trying to blend this into society. And the stairs, I love the freaking stairs, dude. There's a lot of symbolism there. But in the beginning, you see him going up the stairs. He has to climb this freaking exorcist looking type stairs, and every step going uphill is just like a battle for this guy, dude. He's carrying so much baggage and the medication in his hand when he's going upstairs. Then we meet Zazie Beetz, and it was a little bit awkward. She's in the elevator with him and she does the whole like taxi driver thing with the gun, and they kind of bonded that way. It was a little odd, but it was nice to see Arthur with a little bit of hope, a little bit of like light in his eyes. I don't know, something, man. Freaking poor guy. We meet his mom, and man, this is kind of like some Norman Bates thing going on. Psycho, I don't know, it's weird. He takes care of her, he feeds her, he bathes her. And the night end, I'm just watching their like favorite show, or at least his favorite show, and it's like Murray Franklin, the Robert De Niro character. And I love where Arthur just kind of like imagines himself being there. He gets called out, Murray Franklin like defends him, brings him down to the stage, and he's like, you know, oh, I wish I had a son like you. It's like, oh, okay, you got daddy issues, bro. And yeah, it was kind of cool seeing him just kind of imagine it, and then he's back home, and I'm like, okay, this is gonna be special. This is gonna be like a mind, because yeah, that's cool. Now, once the day in the life of Arthur gets done, it starts to pick up now. Starting with Randall going up and giving him a gun, and he opened the bag, and bro, Arthur was like, what do I do with this? And Randall was like, take it, you owe me later. I already knew that guy was gonna be a prick, dude. Later that night, Arthur goes back home and he's doing his little dance. I'm not gonna do the dance. I'm freaking too fat to do that. I'm not gonna do that to you guys. You don't need that. But he starts doing the dance, and he's just like, yeah, you like the way I dance? Yeah, you like my gun? And the gun goes off accidentally, and he's like, whoa! Freaking hilarious, dude. But I think for the first time he felt that he got a little glimpse of maybe not being a doormat the rest of his life to people, and he's like, yeah, I got a little power in my hand. And Arthur does want to be a stand-up comedian, and he's in that nightclub and he's doing like the notes, and everyone's laughing. Then he laughs like 5 seconds after. He's laughing every 5 seconds after everyone else is laughing because he's stressed out. He's not getting the jokes. In other words, I don't think he found any of it funny. Then we get to like the children's hospital, and this was a fun scene. He's like in the cancer ward, and he's just doing his little dance, and he just loves making people happy, and that's all he wants to do. But then the freaking gun falls out, and the best part is the noise he makes. And he's like looking around, he's like, shh. And I'm like, oh man, that's not gonna end well. And the boss obviously does tell him, yo, like, you're done, dude. But then he adds to it that Randall said he tried to buy a gun from him. I'm like, oh, dude, Randall's a prick. I hope he kills him by the end of this. I know we shouldn't want anyone dead, but I mean, it's a movie, and yeah. And it's funny how the boss adds, what kind of clown carries a gun? I'm like, that's awesome. I know a clown that carries a gun. Then comes the subway scene. I freaking love the subway scene, dude. The violence in this movie is really being overhyped. It's not a lot of violence. There's a lot of buildup, and there's only a few violent moments, but when they happen, dude, they have weight. Like, you feel it. It feels real. And that is a little bit of the disturbing part, I guess you can call it. No. Like, it's, you feel the tension. Back to the subway, the lights are flickering. The guys are being pricks. They're throwing like fries at the girl. You're thinking you're about to see like an episode of Special Victims Unit. And I'm like rooting. I'm like, bro, Arthur, like, get him. But then he starts getting nervous, stressed out. That laugh goes on, and they just forget about the girl. And now I'm like, oh. And I like how Arthur's stress was so big here. His laugh was turning into a cry, turning into a laugh. And it was hurting him trying to contain it. And it was, bro, the way Joaquin did this, dude, it was freaking sick. And as they're beating him up, all of a sudden you just hear that gunshot. And the gunshots in this movie are fantastic because you can count how many of them there are. It's not like he like goes off emptying clips and stuff. It's, again, it's not like freaking Mission Impossible or some shit, but every time you hear a gunshot, it's so loud and you're just like, whoa. All of a sudden you get a little glimpse of what Joker would be when he's kind of hunting down the big guy, and he's just back and forth seeing if he comes out. And when he walks over and just like, ba, 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 like nothing. I don't know, man. It was just, I'm like, that's freaking cool, Joker. I will say the first two you can kind of argue with self-defense. That third one, ooh, you might need like a good lawyer for that one, dude. And then comes one of my favorite scenes, if not my favorite scene, when he locks himself in the bathroom. And dude, that music score kicks in. And the score in this movie, the soundtrack, it's fantastic. It's by, I'm not even gonna try it, but good job. And it's so creepy, it's so cool. He's just doing this like Karate Kid kind of freaking weird thing that I heard, by the way, he improvised the entire thing. And he's just like relishing in the crime. He's relishing in what he just did. It's not like when you kill your first person, you like throw up in the movies and the second one's easier. No, bro, he's like freaking embracing this shit. And it's a really intimate moment. This is probably the most private moment we've ever seen with the Joker on screen. I don't know, I just really love that scene. From then on, the confidence just builds, bro. He goes in, throws the bag, kisses Zazie, opens the door, and she's like kissing him with the clown makeup on and the blood. I'm like, okay, she's a little twisted. He punches out at work with that clock. That was funny. And he's just walking more confident. His hunch over's kind of going away. He's walking a little normal. And if you notice, I noticed this, as he just goes downhill kind of, the weather gets better. It's sunny outside now. And I'm like, that's interesting. And dude, I love what they did with Thomas Wayne. He's a dick, and that's awesome. He's always portrayed as some kind of like saint that like everybody loved, and oh, poor Thomas Wayne. So it's kind of cool, it's more realistic. And I like thinking that Bruce grew up thinking his dad was some saint when he really wasn't. And it's like, hey, we know a little more about Batman's dad than he does. It's pretty freaking cool, dude. And I know everyone sees like the subway murders causing like this whole clown movement, but I disagree. I think Thomas Wayne caused the clown movement. That whole killing, that shit would have gone on in the newspaper for like a week and it would have been gone, bro. But no, he had to make the little comment that everybody who struggles is a clown. That's gonna cause a problem, dude. And this movie does have important messages about looking out for people that need help. The little assistance Arthur has is taken away. No more psychiatrist. He was on like 7 or 8 meds, I forgot which, and they're gone now. What do you think that's gonna do? And all of this guy wants to do is be noticed and make people laugh. He goes to do the stand-up, and I'm telling you, it's not random laughter because he gets stage fright and he can't get a word out. I'm thinking because of the way it was shot, it was all like artsy. I didn't know if he failed or not, but I knew Zazie was in the audience and she supported him. And I'm like, cool chick, dude. Then she's like, oh, the clown killer. Yeah, he's like a hero. The guys got what they deserved. And I'm like, cool chick, dude. Yeah, maybe she's like a ride or die chick and she has a thing for weirdos. Then comes the Thomas Wayne letter. Is Thomas Wayne his dad? Normally, dude, you take those kind of liberties with like comic book stuff, I won't like it. But this was fun. It felt like you could do it. Yeah, they weren't afraid to try something new here. And meeting Bruce, that was cool. Even though it was kind of like an awkward kid, but he's probably sheltered. Did you catch when he got off the treehouse, he went down the pole? I'm like, oh, 60s Batman. Oh, I did catch something in my second screening too. The part where they go to the theater and all the rich people are having like that event and they're watching the Charlie Chaplin movie. And it's a movie called Modern Times about a guy who's down on his luck and can't hold a job and society just beats him down. And I love how the rich are laughing at the movie, not getting the message. That was pretty freaking genius, dude. And as much as Thomas Wayne has every reason to be pissed that this guy touched his son, Bruce Wayne, he's got to learn how to talk to people, bro, because he's delivering stuff like, your mom's a psycho. Like, he didn't care. In the bathroom, you could let the guy down a little bit easier. And then the painful laugh starts coming back. And I'm like, ooh. And when he goes to do the research at Arkham Hospital, the imagery, I love the shot. You've seen it in the trailers when he's standing there and there's a crazy person next to him and he's like strapped in and the guy's going nuts. And I love that imagery because it's like he's here, but this is what he feels. And I don't know, it's just amazing, bro. Fun fact, the black guy that helped him, that's Miles Morales' dad in Spider-Verse. And then when he finds out his mom is delusional and he was possibly adopted, and there was like accidents with her boyfriend at the time and she kind of let it go. Like, does he have brain damage? That means the damage that he has, what's going on? Dude, that shit was inflicted and she let it go. And then the Zazie reveal, dude. The one thing I had an issue with in this movie was the writing for the relationship, but it all made sense now. And it's awesome. Following her, that was cool. Kissing her with the clown makeup on and the blood? Yeah, that's cool. The subway thing, he's a hero? That's cool too. Yeah, he's imagining her telling him everything he would want to hear. It's his fantasy. And it all makes sense now. Question, did he kill her? You did hear sirens and they did sound like they went by instead of stopped. But dude, you got a guy in your living room and he does this one to you. And when he left, you didn't call the cops? You just kind of let him go? I don't know, man. And it leaves it up to the audience. Did he kill her? Did he not? Now he goes to see his mom at the hospital and he's calling her Penny Fleck and saying he never liked the name Arthur. To me, he was already not Arthur anymore there. He didn't go there just to kill his mom. When he killed his mom, he also killed Arthur Fleck. They both died. And if you notice, once he kills her, he just stands there and looks out at the window and the sun just hits his face and he enjoys it. And he's just like, whoa. And now that Arthur's gone, we got a little bit over 30 minutes and we're seeing full-on Joker being born, dude. And it's great. We even have a little curveball there. When he sees the picture of his mom, turns it around. I saw the second viewing, that whole thing, I like your smile, TW. I looked at her letter writing. It's not the same. That's someone else's writing. But guess what? He crumbled the paper and just tossed it. He didn't care anymore. Why? Because Arthur Fleck is dead now. This is someone else turning into the Joker. And I found that fascinating. Thomas Wayne could doctor adoption papers, I'm just saying. Then comes the Randall and Gary visit. I freaking love this dude. I knew he was gonna get it, but he freaking gets Randall good. And it's just like, bah, 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 against the wall. And I'm like, yeah, maybe there's something wrong with me. And he goes to let Gary go. And I love when he's like, boo, or kind of like roar, or whatever he does. And Gary's like, ah. And then Gary can't get the lock because of his height. I'm like, is he gonna kill him? Is he not gonna kill him? And at the end, he tells him, you're the only person that really treated me good. He gives him a kiss in the head and he lets him go. And I love that because he still has a certain moral. Everyone that's gone in so far is kind of a prick. Maybe they shouldn't have been killed, but they at least deserve an ass kicking. And I love what this movie does where you laugh in certain parts that you're like, I know I'm not supposed to be laughing, but it's funny. You're laughing at awkward times, kind of like, oh yeah, freaking brilliant film, dude. Back to the stairs. He's now going downstairs. He's freaking dancing, dude. He's like reborn and he's so happy. And this is why I love the stairs. Normally when you rise, it's positive. But with this guy, when he goes down, it's positive. Not carrying his meds, full makeup, and he's like found himself on his way to the Murray Franklin show. And things are just working out for him now because it's just a layer of confidence. Even the subway scene with the cops, he tried to get away, but once he got in there, dude, he was doing his thing. And everything just kind of fell in. Even when the cops are getting their asses kicked on the floor, he's kind of dancing along and he has that swagger now. And I'm like, that's Joker. And you know he got to Murray's show with the idea of just killing himself on TV. And I liked how Murray Franklin was nice to him backstage. I'm like, huh, that's kind of weird. But then he's, you know, talking crap about him again. And I'm like, oh, plans are gonna change. And what Arthur says is not wrong. Those 3 guys in the subway, everyone's crying about these guys. They were pricks. If I'm dying on the street, people are gonna walk over me. He's not wrong. And here's where you get his first truly controlled laugh. Was it really a condition? Or did his mom kind of like hypochondriac that into him? I don't know. And the build up, that music reminds me of a little bit of The Shining. And you get that line. You get what you fucking deserve. And yeah, sorry, I kind of enjoyed it. Back to the sign, everything must go. He just killed his idol and his fantasy dad, I guess. And it's the last thing that Arthur was kind of attached to. So yeah, Arthur's gone now. In the cop car, he's watching Gotham burn and he's just like, wow. He feels like he's being heard. That's scary. I still do think it's Thomas Wayne's fault, and I'm not the only one. As soon as I saw the Zorro thing on the theater, I'm like, oh, they're gonna do it. And when they come out, I'm like, dude, I've seen this so many times. Like, I just saw Maggie and Negan get killed in Zack Snyder's version. And I'm like, I don't know, I wanna see this again, but I like the way they did it because it wasn't for robbery this time. It was personal. The guy went in there, hey, Wayne, you get what you fucking deserve. Bah! And then when he takes the pearls, it's not to steal them. He just takes them in this kind of like, you're rich disdain thing. And yeah, I like that kind of twist. And on top of the cop car, wow, he found the last thing he needed to complete the Joker. The comedian has found his audience and the Joker has found his purpose, which is anarchy and chaos. And with that comes the bloody smile to just kind of wrap a bow on it. And it was pretty freaking wow. Now there is a question with the final scene. And I love when she asked, like, what's the joke? And he said, no, you won't get it. I thought that was awesome. But there was a question about, oh, was any of that real? And I know that could be a question, but no, dude, I hate when they do that. Yes, it's real. Yes, it happened. And he was laughing because he was thinking, oh, I just orphaned Bruce Wayne. But this movie does leave a ton of questions. And I love that because one of the big concerns people had was Joker shouldn't have an origin story. You see this and guess what? Dude, his past is still multiple choice. And that's freaking brilliant. In the end, the message is not about mass shootings. It's also not about being evil is cool. Pay attention and you'll see. The main message here is be kind to others. When you see someone down, don't kick them down further. Lift them up, reach out, give love. We're all people. When someone cries out, listen, because if you don't, you might get what you fucking deserve. Ugh. Guys, I hope you enjoyed my spoiler review. It's my first one, so please let me know if I did okay. Maybe I went too much. I don't know. Let me know. I'm always open to freaking getting better. Next, I'm going to review all the live action Jokers, all 5 live movie action Jokers. I'm going to do a series of it. I'm just going to do one each one. Yeah, you'll see. And please like and subscribe to all the stuff that I have. And yeah, thanks for watching.